Yo, what up, my beautiful dowdies? How's everyone doing today? I'm your host, Fau, and let's talk about Wuthering Waves. Of course, for the people that don't know yet, Wuthering Waves finally has a release date. May 22nd, May 22. It's finally there. It's coming to an end, the beta stages, all of that. Happy to see that. I'm very excited for Wuthering Waves. But the big question that everyone was always wondering what this video is going to be about, of course, the Genshin Impact comparison. Is Wuthering Wave going to kill Genshin Impact, right? Wuthering Waves is, of course, a game that has a lot of similarities to Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is the open world story RPG gacha game. It was a first for many people, right? It was a new concept, right? Of course, Genshin Impact clearly took their inspiration and all their things from Breath of the Wild. And what it literally did was just a gacha Breath of the Wild. They took all of the concepts from Breath of the Wild, implemented characters and a lot of other of their own little thingies in there, of course. And it popped off, right? It was in Corona time, COVID, and it went off with popularity, and millions and millions and millions of players all around the globe still play Genshin Impact to this day. And Wuthering Waves is kind of one of the only games that I've seen that actually are able to compete in a way, right? We've seen a lot of so-and-so called Genshin clones, and this is going to be the first one where I'm thinking, all right, this is actually a game, whether you hate it or you like or you don't like it or you like it or whatever's happening, this is like a game that looks good and has a lot of promising features of the same concept that Genshin has, right? The Breath of the Wild gacha genre style. Hey, pause the video right now. Over 90% of you people that watch my videos actually are not subscribed to my channel. It would mean a lot to me if you would actually consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind after. Let's continue with the video. Wuthering Waves does something really well in my opinion. Instant off the bat, the clear difference from the Genshin Impact Hoyoverse team, right? From Hoyoverse, Genshin Impact team, and the Wuthering Waves team from Kuro Games. That's the developers for Wuthering Waves. They instantly put that developer-consumer relationship above everything else, right? They've showed in many developer talks and stuff like that that they really care about what we think and what we like and what we don't like. Something at Genshin Impact, yeah. They didn't do it at all. They just did what they did. And Genshin Impact kind of turned into this Mario Party Nintendo style game when a lot of people wanted more from Genshin Impact. And Wuthering Waves is for sure going to target audience that specific area of Genshin Impact. They would be what Genshin didn't become, right? Because Genshin Impact is now just a casual story game. And for what it is, what players like, that's okay. But the promising things that Genshin looked like what it was going to be and what they were going to do, all of those people were very, sad. And now with Wuthering Waves, we clearly see the direction what Genshin Impact did not want to do, right? Genshin Impact just went casual, doesn't really matter what happens, right? It's just for fun. And Wuthering Waves are going to be more targeted to the hardcore gamers, right? The Elden Ring, the Diablo, the World of Warcraft. Just like the more, it looks like it to be the more grinding, hardcore gaming, skillful, parrying, juking concept, right? And we can clearly see the gameplay and stuff of that breathes fresh air of like, this seems difficult. If you are going to do this boss in the open world, and if you lost, it was probably 9 out of 10 times because you did not know what patterns these boss battles were, or you made a mistake, right? And I love that. Wuthering Waves is going to go in a specific genre or direction where we can clearly see the hardcore aspect. And I, as a gamer myself, gacha games in general, I see them as hardcore games. Same with Honkai Star Rail, right? In this channel, we cover Honkai Star Rail a lot. That is not a casual game. Yes, there's story in there. Yes, you can play it at your own pace. But if you want to beat all content and you want to go smoothly throughout everything, free to play, or even light spend or whatever, you have to think what you do. You have to make smart decisions with resource spending. You have to be good at team building. You have to understand the concepts of the game. Like, the fights itself are pretty difficult in some cases. So, like, gacha games as a whole, the genre is, in my opinion, more hardcore than like friendly towards casual gaming. And that's why Genshin Impact just went to a completely own route, where they actually went full on. They said the Spiral Abyss was too... What was it again? Spiral Abyss was too hectic and too stressful for players. Yeah, that is not the audience what it was supposed to be, but things like Paimon, like all the colorful things. Genshin Impact is just a kid's game. That's okay, right? For what it is. We're not gonna hate on Genshin Impact here. It is not for me. I played Genshin Impact in the past as well, but with the direction it went for, it's not for me. That's okay. I have other games that are for me, right? And Genshin Impact went to the kids' way. That's why the Nintendo Mario Party style of like the events that they have as well, right? It's more just playful stuff. Okay, that's for what Genshin Impact wants to be. Then it's that. Wuthering Waves is going to be the complete opposite, right? It's going to, hopefully at least, what they showed, right? It's going to be very cool. Now, the main differences is also going to be the things we can do, right? Because it's a more hardcore grinding game, we're going to have more concepts of more grinding possibilities. We've seen that with the Pokemon collectibles. I forgot the exact name for it. Let me know in the comments down below what it is. But like the Pokemon concept of it, where we can also shiny hunt. So you have to actually go through the overworld and the map, and you can actually find shiny versions of these creatures, which gives you another reason to like grind. Like everything in this game is going to be very grindy and hardcore, which is good for my taste. And there's a lot of similarities for Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves. Like Genshin Impact is very colorful and happily most of the time. Wuthering Waves is going to go this post-apocalyptic vibe, more darker stuff, and that's already like completely different style of animation and colors palettes and stuff like that, right? So we can clearly see that Wuthering Waves is going to do the same Breath of the Wild gacha style, but they're going to go the complete opposite as Genshin Impact. So the big question is, Wuthering Waves going to kill Genshin Impact? Or always these games, right? The Genshin killer, this Genshin killer, that. Because Genshin Impact, hate it or love it, is one of the greatest or most played games of all time, right? Like, because of the COVID inflation, everyone got to see it, and now where it stands is just so popular that it is one of the most viewed things on Twitch. You know, so you can see the numbers. It is a very high game. This month, Star Rail did do very good. It is, out of all the Hoyoverse months with banners and stuff, Acheron had over 200 million, if I'm correct, sales for only the Acheron banner, right? Stuff like that. It is a very crazy month for Hankastara, and Hankastara with the Penacony story and the updates right now is looking very good as well. So Hoyoverse as a whole is doing really well, right? Even Honkai Impact 3rd is still like popping for a lot of people. So how is Wuthering Waves, how is Kuro Games going to compete with Hoyoverse as a whole? And then let alone Genshin Impact, right? They need to target a specific audience, and what it looks like, the target audience is going to be the hardcore gamers more. And there's a lot of them, right? We have the kids, the casual gaming, stuff like that. That's on Genshin Impact. And then the more hardcore adult people can go for Wuthering Waves. Is it going to kill Genshin Impact? Probably not. I just see it as it's another company that does something very right, because everyone still plays it for some reason, right? Or buys the product. And you have to see it as like a car industry, right? You have Ferrari, we have Lamborghini, stuff like that. And does it mean when, I don't even know which one was first, when, let's say Lamborghini was first, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, it's just a hypothetical speaking, of course. If Lamborghini was first, Lamborghini was very popular, and then Ferrari came along, Ferrari was also very popular, does it mean people stop buying the Lamborghini cars? No, right? Both of them are then at the top. Both of them, a lot of people like. And then you have different opinions from, oh no, this car, I like this better, so I'm going to stick with this one. I don't like that. I'm going to stick with this car, right? So wait, just have people then that can choose between the cars. More analogies, right? If you have different types of TVs, like Samsung, LG, you know, stuff like that. You just have different types of brands that have good products. And it doesn't mean that one specific brand kills the other one. And I think we have to view it the same with this video game, right? With video games as a whole, with Kuro Games, Hoyoverse, Wuthering Waves, and Genshin Impact. It's going to be like that. Wuthering Waves, I do feel like Wuthering Waves as it is of now looks promising. Of course, we're in the hyped phase. Gacha games overall are pretty hyped, overhyped maybe sometimes, right? So we have to be careful with that. But what I see, Wuthering Waves is looking to be a very, very promising game. They keep updating it. Everything every day is looking better and better. And, you know, the threshold is looking very good. Like the stand of what it is right now. It is looking very, very good. That just means Genshin Impact will just have another competitor, but I don't think it's going to kill Genshin Impact, because it's not going to be like everyone that played Genshin Impact, and that's millions of people, right? China, worldwide. They're not just going to never play Genshin again, never even look at it, and then all move to Wuthering Waves. That's what we need to get the killing aspect, right? If you want Genshin Impact to die, that means everyone has to stop playing it, and that's not going to happen. Everyone, there's still a handful of people, not a handful, millions of people, right, that are going to still play Genshin, and we're just going to have then 2 games that maybe be at the top from that specific genre, right? And it might even be that Wuthering Waves is going to be very popular, but not even more popular than Genshin, so Genshin still will always have the upper hand. That could happen, and I think that is going to happen. It might be that Wuthering Waves is going to be so great that it's going to be standing next to Genshin Impact, but it's not going to be killing Genshin Impact, right? It's going to be next to each other. And maybe that is a good thing. I want a game to compete with Genshin Impact, because maybe the Hoyoverse team from Genshin Impact is then like, oh, we actually have to start trying now, right? We have to actually do these certain things in the game to keep up with the hype of this other game that is coming up. So that could mean, because Genshin Impact never really got competition, didn't need to really try make the game better or more quality of life updates or some stuff that just makes the game more smooth or to look at, to play, stuff like that, right? So they never really had that, because no one could do what they did, you know? There was a lot of like other so quote-unquote Genshin killers, and after 2 months no one even knew what these games were, or they already forgot about it, right? So Wuthering Waves is looking to have potential to go fight the battle against Genshin Impact, but I don't think they will ever kill Genshin as a whole, right? That's just impossible. We just have a very good competition, a new contender in the mix, and hopefully Wuthering Waves will make not only the gacha scene better, but also other games like Genshin Impact, just because they're doing it so well that Genshin Impact has to make better updates to keep up, or try to get their players to keep playing Genshin Impact, right? Because if there's competition, then the game has to provide more stuff to make you keep playing their game. And that's going to be only beneficial, even for the Genshin Impact players that don't like Wuthering Waves or don't even gonna try it. Wuthering Waves is healthy for life, just for our environment, for a lot of things, if you like it or hate it, because it will make Genshin Impact even better. So Wuthering Waves can only do justice if it's going to be a good game. And I'm very excited for what we can for what it's going to be, right? We have to wait a few more weeks, a few more days, and then we can finally all get to play Wuthering Waves. And I'm going for sure, this is a gacha game channel, I'm for sure going to first play this and take you guys with me. So make sure to be tuned for that. But yeah, conclusion, don't think Wuthering Waves is going to be a Genshin Impact killer. It's going to be competitor though, for sure. It's going to do a lot of justice, and I'm super excited to see where the gacha community, where all of this is going to go with the release of Wuthering Waves. And I'm super excited, and so should you. So May 22, if you forgot already, or you didn't see it, or you didn't know what it was, then it's going to come out. Make sure to give it a try. Then we can all see what this game has in store for us, right? And we're going to get in the honeymoon phase. So everything is going to be nice and pretty, and exploration is going to be cool. And then after that, we're going to see where Wuthering Waves really stand, probably after a month or 2. So then again, I'm going to make another video, what Wuthering Waves brought to the table, and then we'll see. But have fun, everyone. Don't stress. Everything is going to be fine with Genshin Impact. Everything is going to be fair with Wuthering Waves. As long as all of these games keep up their great content output, Genshin Impact also has to really start trying, right? It can only do justice for your game, because if they actually start trying, it might actually become like a very good game for more people instead of the just casuals, right? So hey, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think is going to happen with Wuthering Waves or the Genshin Impact killer stuff. I think it's going to be okay. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Means the world to me if you could. I love you all, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace.